Hi everyone, this week just want to take you through some member feedback, talk to you a bit about JobKeeper, the upcoming election, but start off on COVID and what's been happening. It's certainly concerning, I think, to everybody, what's been happening in Victoria, the increased restrictions, the deaths, and also the impact on business and on the industry. A number of businesses have had to close, a number of businesses have had to lay off staff, and that's certainly not great for the economy. Looking at what's happening in New South Wales, and also in New Zealand after 102 days now to start getting cases. I think the critical thing is that we listen to the advice of the health authorities. Distancing, hygiene, all become very, very important. The big thing we're trying to avoid is making sure that there will be cases, but we want to make sure that those cases are traceable. It's when we start getting communal transmission and we don't know where they've come from is when the governments are going to start to act a lot stronger and enforce heavier restrictions. So we just need to make sure that we do the right thing. Members have been feeding back. Obviously, one of the major issues has been availability of product and parts. Having new and used car products, there is starting to become reports of a lot of shortages. Number of parts were closed for a couple of months, so it's going to take a little bit of time for the supply of product to come through. New car sales have been down, which has meant there's been a shortage of used car stock to be able to sell. So, we need the new car sales to go up to sort of help that along. But also some concerns around parts availability. One is in getting the parts, and the other one is about shortages in parts and your ability to be able to repair customers' vehicles and getting them back on the road. So we're talking to the transport industry and to government to sort of try and get a handle on that and see how best we can handle and manage that. The other one that we've had lots of members who were queried with us was on JobKeeper eligibility. It's great that last week the government announced a change to the eligibility, which has meant a whole lot more members are now going to be eligible for JobKeeper payments going forward or post-September, which is great. I think in the Northern Territory, I think the next couple of weeks, the big news will be the election. We have put policy positions in with all of the major parties. We are waiting for them to feed back how what their position is with regards to a number of the items that we put out to them on what we wanted to be done on behalf of the automotive industry. We will feed that out as soon as we get it out to you from each of the parties, so that when you are casting your vote, you can cast it based on the information they've provided on what they're going to do for the automotive industry. So take care. The other good news will be that our chairman Frank Agostino and I will be back in the Northern Territory. We'll be in Alice Springs on the 1st, so we'll have a member night in Alice Springs on the evening of the 1st. And we'll also be in Darwin on the 2nd and 3rd, and we'll have a member night on Thursday the 3rd for those members in Darwin. So we'll also be there to talk to government and other parties to ensure that we're continuing to address the issues that are affecting the automotive industry in the Northern Territory. Thanks everybody. I'll speak to you again next week.